Okay, I am live, so we'll see how things go for being on YouTube. Oh. Of course, I yawn right off the bat. Okay, now, is audio actually happening? Yep, audio is happening. And YouTube is giving me a bunch of, like, you can do this, and you can do this. Okay, let's move on to actually doing some work here. So I'll just do this to save myself some bandwidth. And I'll minimize this out of the way. And let's get to work. Okay, so this is a test stream. I'm figuring out how all this stuff works. If there's anyone actually in here, say hello in the chat. That would be cool. Also, let me know how loud or quiet I am. I need to know this stuff so I can, perfect how things work. And now to label this, I'm currently working on getting used to the new version of Blender, 2.9, which is way different than how I used to work on 2.8 was the last one I kind of played around with. But the last version I actually did any real work in was 2.79, which has a completely different rendering engine in it than the current versions of Blender. The current versions of Blender use a completely different built-in system called Eevee and cycles. The last version I really worked with only had cycles, and that version of cycles isn't anywhere near as capable as the current version of cycles. So, there's that. So, a lot of my old files don't really work in the new version. They kind of break. Like if I open up the old version of this file that isn't a cycles prep version like this version is, it just doesn't work. Everything's gray and blue, and it's. Let's see if I can actually show you. I'll save what I was currently doing on this one and see if I can't open up. Let's see. Let's try that one. This one may actually be fixed already. Let's see. It doesn't look like it, because if you notice, the word render is not in this circular menu. If I go to material preview, let's see what happens. Well, everything seems to load in. I think this is the world shader here. So don't need these anymore. Let's switch this over to shade editor. So yeah, this is kind of what happens. My stuff gets converted over and it kind of gets broken. Let me see if I can't find a completely different version. So you can see exactly what it looks like before I had to do any kind of conversion to it. This one actually has render. Let's see what that looks like. Ew. Okay, yeah. As you can tell, just completely broken. And I had like special setups for lighting in the old Blender rendering engine, so that kind of just doesn't work anymore because I had lights only lighting certain objects to make it match the show. Um, and that just doesn't work anymore. I'm gonna have to like play around with that. Also, this version of Blender I'm currently using kind of crashes every now and then. Just checking on some stuff here. Okay, I think there's also about a 10-second delay from when I speak to you and when I can see your responses and when I respond to you, so that might be kind of wonky. Also, I seem to have multiple camera setups here, so it does that. I can't remember how to switch between camera setups here. Excuse me. Also, there's a lot of extra views I don't really need up here. I really don't need a motion tracking tab because I'm not going to be importing any motion tracking into this. I'm not going to need scripting, mainly because I don't really know how to do it. The UV editing, I think I have a thing back here that does that. Compositing, animation, that might be a thing. This is a full 3D view without anything. There, so it's just a material view. So it looks better. Because I'm eventually going to yeah, excuse me. Wow. Apparently this was black, whatever this is. But I think I'm just going to change it to brown. And I think I'm also just going to retweet my announcement tweet with gone live, so people know that I am now streaming right now. Okay. Let's see. DD. There we go. Minimize this out of the way. Then go back to working on this. Oh boy. Sorry for the coughing. Okay, so I need to actually make this brown again. Or was it a dark purple? Well, I've got some reference images that I might be able to pull some information from here. Here's my old render. So I can use it as a reference when I'm building it back out. So, yeah. See this one? Nope. How about here? Nope. Here? Nope. That's from the other side. It wouldn't give me a clear view of the ceiling. I know I have one from the front. Here we are. Okay, so it looks like it is brown. Now that's interesting. In this view, there are some more patterns on this that I didn't see in some of my original reference images. This show was not consistent with its backgrounds. Oh my god, it was so inconsistent. The backgrounds had consistency to them, but their perspective and what was there and what wasn't there was constantly changing between shots. Specifically in the first couple of seasons. The latter seasons, they got way more consistent with items in the room, but just most of the time, it completely was broken. But as you can tell, I got a lot right about the background and how things looked. Apparently in this version, you have these swirlies here that I need to add in. Yay, and more objects to model. But right now I'm just worried about this pillar, because I think I have let's see. I should actually have, this is for the curtains. The wall, I'm pretty sure I saw that I had materials already made for those top rafters. I also seem to be missing textures, which is weird because I kind of kept everything in the same folder. So I'm trying to figure out, like, how did I lose textures? That's what I was looking for. Beams. Is that texture for these beams? That's a lot of cleanup I have to do in this file for the new version, because they just completely changed their the way they modeled, the way they handled nodes is different in this version. So apparently when you open up older files, it converts those over to the new nodes, and it doesn't always work, because notice how I'm having these nice bright purple nodes. Ooh, purple, purple, purple. So I'm going to go in here. We want an output node, material output. Put that right there. Just say, yes, can I just take from this old thing and put it right into the new one? Not really. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to, would it be a texture or color? It'd be a color, I think. Shader, maybe? I think it's going to be shader. It's going to be a diffuse shader here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to grab a color from here. Put that right into there. And actually, we want to have a principal shader. And we want that to be this color, and we want this to be that color. Okay, now we can delete this, this, and this. Move this back over here. Okay, now I'm gonna go to this setup here, and this should actually, I see the color now. It should be green. So we add a output material, go here, and go add shader principal. Attach that to there, and we want this here to be this color. Okay, and what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to do this, go here, click on this again, and I actually want this to be a slightly brighter color. There we go. I'm going to delete that and delete that. Now we have that all set up again. Okay. Now, back here. Okay. Now, back here. So if there's anyone in the chat, or anyone here at all, it would be nice to say hello. Yeah, it doesn't look like anyone's actually here right now, which is okay because this is a test stream and I don't mind. Having more people would be awesome because then I could actually figure out things like how loud I actually am to the universe. So let's see. And yeah, so I actually turned off the shading values on these because I'm trying to actually convert this over to be more of the toon shaded version I had in the past. So what did I use this for? Also, I remember having textures for that. Oh well. Output, material, output, material, click, principal, shader, principal, put that there, move this over here, grab this, slide this down to that, and this, and we want to click on this, and pretty colors. And pretty colors. Okay, delete, delete, save. Okay. What kind of setup did I have here? So I had the output. I had this and here. So this was my texture, and I was splitting the texture out into this, which I think I used to darken or brighten. Then I went into this, and then to the output. So I think I can actually do that here by switching this out, grabbing this one, pulling it over here, and I wonder if I can just, no I can't. I think I have to disconnect. And I can just slide this to here. Actually, I want to duplicate it. That, and we actually want to change this to shader principal. Delete that. This to go to here, and this to go to here. Now, how do I? Yep, that's it. Okay. Around. Let's actually switch this to wireframe so it's a little clearer what I'm actually clicking here. And even with that, I am completely missing what I'm actually trying. There we are. Excuse me. Okay, it's interesting. Let's go over to, is it here? No, here. Okay, so I'm gonna go here and add a output, add a shader principal. And we want to go here, and we want this to be this, that to be that. I'm going to connect this to here. Sorry for all the coughing. Okay, also you may hear a little bit of noise because I'm actually rotating my microphone so it's pointing more towards my face. Okay. Okay, now let's go back to the reference image here. It looks like we can actually see one of these through this board. DDD. Now let's see. I think I have a shot of the outside somewhere around here. I don't, but I at least got these things mostly fixed here. And why don't we, what I'm going to do is a small piece of this. We don't overwhelm my CPU. And let's change this to render. And let's go to here, because I think, yeah, I'm set to, let's change it over to the GPU here. That'll make it just a little bit quicker. Also, as that's going on here, oh, it's certainly taking its sweet time. Yay! And it looks like I've dropped a couple of frames here and there on the output. So why don't I stop that right now and just go back over to material and actually do some tweaking over here. Actually, edit preferences. I wonder if it actually is using my GPU, because that may be the problem. Let's go to SIPs. No, yeah, we are set. It's a bummer I can't use any of these. Okay. When I said these, I forgot my settings were off screen, so it was actually what type of GPUs my system could handle. So yeah, let's change this to 10, because as you noticed, I turned on denoising. That should actually make things look better quicker. So let's go to render again. Once this hits path tracing sample 10, it should look pretty. And there we go. That is so much quicker than what it used to be, because the reason that was set to 100 is because in the past you had to wait for a lot of rendering cycles before it actually looked anywhere near decent. Now with the whole denoising thing, cool. It just works. It's very handy. Now let's do this section over here where the lamp is. So that actually looks pretty good. So I'm gonna, just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna turn it back to material mode, so it's not using extra CPUs to take care of all that, because I want to get back to working on this for the next half hour or so. This is a texture I'm trying to get to work, where it's supposed to resemble the rope, but it's just not working. So I may actually have to do that part on my own, so I'm just gonna put that back to being just brown. Let's see, go here. No, that part is actually not using those. So what I'm gonna do here is click on this, and copy this code. So when I hit nodes, it's gonna go white. I go in here, do this, and hit paste, and there we go, I have my color back. Okay. Just making sure all my materials survived here. Should actually change this to just plain diffuse. Click back on here, do this again, hit paste, then return. Also, I need to go to the world. Let's see, where are we? There we are. Interesting how the world is this kind of purple color. I wonder why I have it as a purple color. Let's change this back over to, let's see, shader. Oh, I see further one for the world. Huh. Interesting. Okay, that's what I do. Yep. There we go. And the world is this purple color. I wonder why the world is a purple color. Let's see what happens when we... Well, I'm going to copy this into memory. Let's go back here and set everything to white. And put this back to camera view. Shift this over slightly. Let's make it a little bit smaller. And then hit render. Let's do a slightly larger area here. I'm not really seeing much difference. Let's... I wonder if I did that because of the little heart here. I probably set it to that color because if you look at the reference, a lot of the reference images, the heart is purple, even though it's a cutout in the door, because you can see the hole on both sides. Yeah, it's always a purple color, even though it's a full cutout of the door. So I have a feeling that's why I set it to purple. Yeah, that's the reason I set it to purple, because it's a cutout in the door. So I made the cutout, the background match the cutout. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do here to make it a little bit, quote unquote, more show accurate is I'm actually going to place a plank inside the door that I will make purple. So let's change this to here. Make this back to material view. And what is this? Basically, I'm also going to be working on cleaning up this file. That reminds me, I need to like show more stuff here. Okay, so okay. This seems to be some type of older model I had. Okay, so that's that. Definitely need to clean up this. That collection I may have accidentally made when I hit the collect button. So I'm going to actually delete that. Scroll all the way up here to this and then select, yeah, that's most of it. And let's just call that main for now. Oh, that's interesting. I can just new thing. Did not know. Can do that. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to hide everything and re-enable it as I go. So I can do a nice label of what's what. Okay, turn that on. Just start hiding things. Okay. So this is inside roof. And this is pony pick. And then there's me, not knowing how to sell a picture. Picture. Okay. What was I? Oh yeah, I was renaming something with the word picture. And then I was distracted by a friend of mine actually retweeting my stuff. Cool. Okay. right there so I can finish spelling the word here, because I am a terrible speller. Do that, hide that. Okay, I'm gonna name this. That would be here, and this right here. That would be the right window. Ah. There we go. Okay, this is one of the pillars. Okay. Okay, these guys are like, I am not organized in this file at all. I need to get this thing organized. Which is what I'm working on right now. Let's go back here and check something. Okay. Just checking some settings here. Looks like I still only have one viewer, and that's probably technically myself. Let's bring this back up. This whole thing load there while I work on some stuff here. There you go. Apparently I've had a couple of people click. Okay. Well, so far this is better than what I've streamed on Twitch. But man, do I need to get things organized here, because this is a roof. Also need to clean up my materials a little bit here. Okay, that's the right-hand wall. I'm gonna actually turn off this roof. Turn off those for now. Turn this on because I know what this is, so I can wall right. Maybe I should just make this collection wall right, since we currently have some stuff in here that has to do with wall right. So we have the window. We have part of the pony picture frame. Because we're missing the little flowers, which should be with it. You can see them actually in the reference shot over here. So if anyone's currently watching, hi! Say hello in the chat if you will. Because I am currently here, and I'll probably be here till like a little past noon. Oop. Just wanted to pan there. Okay, so we've got the inside roof. We've got this wall, we've got that, we've got this. So... yeah, glass. Cool, okay. Now, what's this? Ah, that would be a curtain rod, I think. Yep, that would be a curtain rod. This is... and... left... in... right... yeah, typing. Right... and... did I spell in right? Yeah, I did. Okay. This is curtain rod. Now, how the heck do you spell curtain? Curtain rod. Thank you, Google. Put that down right there. No, I wanted to look at the spelling. Jesus. Okay. Okay. Oh, that was my phone. Settling into place. Okay. Curtain rod. Okay, put that right there so I can spell the word curtain rod. Okay. Let's see. And actually, let's add on the word underscore right. Let's see, what is this? That's one of the roof rods. That's also one of the roof supports. That's the roof. Copy that. Click over here. Do that. And say left. And copy. So we have both of the curtain rods in the same collection. Man, this thing is messy. And that's one of those, that's one of those, and that's the roof. Okay. And that's the inside roof. Wonder why all these are on this in this collection. What did I do? Yep, that one view is mine by the looks of it. I've gotten 5 playbacks and average of 2 things. Put this back over here. Let me go double check this real quick here. Okay. Now get back to this and organizing this massive mess. So I can disappear everything just by doing that. That's good. Let's click on this. Ah! The older component. Gotcha. Now what playbacks means in streaming terms here. Okay, just checking some settings here. Like I said, this is kind of a test stream. Yeah. So I'm constantly looking at stuff as I'm going back and forth from working on this and stuff like that. So, okay. Gonna label this old wall. this belongs with the picture frame. Okay. Also, these curtains belong with the. Huh. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I'm just going to create a new collection here, and I'm going to call it Roof. And I'm going to start putting roof parts in there. So this goes in here. Hide that. This goes in here. This goes in here. Okay. You know, inside roof should also go in the roof section. Okay. Just gonna do something here. There we go. That'll make things a little bit easier so I can pan around and zoom in more. Let's click on that and go like this. And we want cursor to selected, and then we want to do view align to cursor. There we go. Let's put this to solid to make things a little quicker. Okay, and I'm just going to create a new group here and call this collection picture. Frame pony. There we go. Now we can grab this and put that in the pony. Grab that. That. Put that in there as well. So this is all now one object. Okay, now I need to grab a nail here. Put that in the picture pony thing as well. And suddenly, because I said picture pony so many times, I'm suddenly remembering picture perfect pony. Okay. Hide that. When we call this wall right. And just select all the things that should be with wall right. Put that right there. back to there and use this view here. Cursor to selected, and then align view to cursor. Okay. So that would be the door. Okay, for now I'm just gonna actually hide that, see what this is. Kind of funny how I named that right wall. Oh. It also includes oh, I actually want to hide that one for now. Let's open up this one. This is the current wall. It's kind of funny how I call that one the right wall. I guess it's right from the point of view of the door, but it's left from this point of view. And I'm slightly over time, which is okay for now. Just doing a quick check on something, then I'm going to finish up some stuff on there and shut down for now. Okay, so excuse me. Okay, I think I know why I did that. So I'm going to leave that alone for now. I'm actually going to rename this left wall since that's what I'm doing right now. So left wall, and why don't I actually name this collection left wall as well. And I can grab all of this and put that in the left wall here. I have a feeling this door here is going to be moved to another collection, but for now I'm going to turn it off. Turn this off. Let's turn this collection here. Ah! This is the base frame. Which looks like it needs some tweaking, but that's okay. I'm going to call this molding. And I'll do detail naming later. Man, there is a lot of... Yep, these were the blocks I was using for Boolean logic. See, front window. Heart. And these are components for building the curtains. So I'm going to call this old I'll correct the spelling on that later. Yeah, I put things in. I think I know why some of these collections are a little weird. It's because of the layering system in the old Blender, where I used to isolate items. So I put items in different layers, so different lights would affect them. Okay, well, I think that's it for now. I'm going to save and end the stream for today. I might be back tomorrow. So thank you for anyone who actually managed to watch today. That's cool. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see you all later.